Dallas Surf, we are now entering into almost our third year. We've got 2.5 years under our belt here in the Metroplex DFW. We are a newish youth soccer organization for both boys and girls, ages anywhere between 5 years old all the way up to seniors in high school. I'm the general manager for Dallas Surf, by the way, and my partner and I wanted to bring a positive brand into the market with the idea of shaking up the youth market industry here in DFW, specifically on the soccer side of it. We've got all the major players here in DFW, all the largest clubs, and we knew that coming into this market wasn't going to be an easy task, but we were certainly excited about it and really wanted to be more or less a disruptor of providing parents and players an alternative club and an alternative group where they felt they had a family rather than just being a cog in the machine necessarily. We've been going strong. We're heading into our third year starting in July. So we're growing each and every year, and we're excited to be here in the Metroplex and doing what we're doing. From a financial standpoint, there's a lot of moving pieces and parts. You certainly have two really well-defined, at least in our club, as well as some of the other clubs. People do it differently across the country, but I think to DFW market, you've got two really main groups or main lines of thought when it comes to financials. You've got your club-specific financials, and then you have your team-specific financials. SnapSpend, having that solution come about and really diving in deeper to that when we started with you guys was really an eye-opener for us because it addresses really both sets, both lines, straight lines, both club financials as well as team financials. But it allowed us to really demonstrate that transparency throughout the club to our parents. It's been a really good product. And prior to having that, it was somewhat Wild West in the sense of when you've got your team finances and how that transpires to what the parents see or don't see, who handles the money, where is that money going. You've got certainly some teams and team managers and coaches that are very good about communication about those types of team finances and what those finances are used for and how they're used and when they're used. But then you also have other individuals that, no knock on them. They're just not financial people necessarily. Their communication skills may be a little lacking in that regard. And that can cause and has caused some friction from a team standpoint as far as, hey, we're paying this money, but not really seeing how it's being spent or where it's going. Really, at the end of the day, being leaders of the organization, at the end of the day, it's a business and you have to run it tight like a business, specifically from a financial standpoint too, because you're not only dealing with the impact that you have on kids' lives, which is our number one and should be for all clubs, number one priority, but there is a financial aspect, let's be honest. Having a resource and a platform like SnapSpend really can make our lives tremendously easier. And it does make our lives tremendously easier from a transparency, like I said, standpoint, but also really from a liability standpoint. Everything is there for everybody to see. It's a good resource, a good product, and we can't see ourselves operating without something like this, to be honest with you. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Prior to kicking up and starting Surf, we were with various clubs. My daughters and I were with various clubs. Same with Tony. So we got a firsthand tutorial about the pain points. So we really were able to come in and understand what we needed to address and how we needed to be different in the market. But yes, transparency, I can't stress enough how important that is at any level, in any business, to be honest with you, but specifically here in the youth sports where parents are spending some dollars and they want to know and be communicated to on a regular basis, whether that be from the club or the coach, on what's next, what's happening, where are things going, et cetera, et cetera.